Hey everybody, it's me, Lindsie. I'm just logging on my phone today, video logging my phone today. And I guess I got a lot of things going on. I'm sorry you guys hear the air conditioner going on in the background in my bedroom because I really kind of hot and, just saying. I usually supposed to be watching General Hospital, but I hadn't watched the last couple of days. Actually, since Thursday. Actually, excuse me, almost a week's, I think a week's worth of episodes, so I may have to catch up. I'm sorry if you hear me burping right now, because I ate something, and I need to let my stomach digest and all this. So, anyway, so I want to talk to you guys about last night's episode of America's Got Talent. Wow. Just wow. I think some people who deserve to be moving on to the next round, and it'll be like that girl Callista Beaver. I just really got a little crazy last night when I tweeted, and I'm just glad nobody noticed it about it, but I'm kind of embarrassed a little bit, but I don't know if you guys care. Also, I think that kid Sal is 20 years old. I mean, wow. He sang a song. I didn't realize it was One Direction's a song from One Direction, and of course how he ended, he took a little sly jab at Simon in a nice way, not a mean way, because he says that Simon could thank him later for all this, and Simon was like, yeah, okay, you deserve it, like, I have no problem with it. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, is the show The X Factor, that is, I believe it's still going on over in the UK. Simon had chosen these 5 guys called One Direction. And even though right now it's down to 4 because one of them had just left the group because he was under stress, I guess. Anyway, one of the songs was performed by the boy band, and I forget what is the song that the guy Sal did in a jazzy way, and I was like, really? Wow. Anyway, I think also who should be moving on is the Clairvoyants. I'm like, wow. They were talking about jelly beans and stuff. I'm like, dang, I just want that. Now I want to have jelly beans. I used to have them. I think the last time I had them was when I was down in Atlantic City with my mother. And it was actually it was some kind of convention. I don't know how to explain, but it was really kind of crazy being down there in Atlantic City for the second time. The first time I was down there was like 11 months before, and it's actually because of my birthday. But I mean, the second time I was down there because my mother had to have the convention thing, and even though around Monday I was trying to get to sleep, but I think the only thing was really funny, and really, this was about almost 4 years ago, and I think the one who just ended up making me so mad and laughing thing was actually, there was a tweet war between, I guess I would say, Rick. I don't know if I should call him by what he was known in the WWE, but maybe I should, because I only know him by that name. I don't know what else he's referred to. Ricardo Rodriguez, who I think the last thing I heard was that he's in somewhere around India training wrestlers, and he had his hair grown, but anyway, so what happened was, he got into a little Twitter war, and the other person who I end up finding out is actually it's Chris Hero. Oh my god. And the reason why those two were tweeting back and forth at each other is because of a upcoming NXT house show. Oh, and Chris was supposed to wrestle against, well, Alberto Del Rio. I'm like, really? Sorry. I have mucus coming out. Damn. So, because of that, I was like, I need to get to sleep. These two are like driving me nuts and make me laugh. So that's what happened. So, Tuesday, my mother and I were packing and we head off to Atlantic City. And despite I was not allowed to, so I had an expired ID because I couldn't get my own play cards, and my mother did. She gave me one of her play cards so at least I could gamble. Oh jeez, that was kind of embarrassing. So because of that, I was allowed to have that, my own card, had my own key. But all of a sudden, right, and then throughout the whole, so what happened was the first night after we had dinner there, and we had actually some kind of weird Chinese food. Not really weird. Actually, I had a vegetable platter because I was not sure what I would have down there, and I was like, yeah. So anyway, so while my mother was going off and I went on my own, and I went to this candy store, which is inside this kind of mall, like, I guess it's like, it was definitely looked like a mall, but not really look like a mall. I don't know, because it was just weird. So anyway, I went into this candy store and I purchased watermelon Jelly Belly jelly beans. So I'm like, oh, this is so good. So I had to have those. Went back to the room and just sat down and watching TV and to my Tuesday night shows and eating watermelon jelly beans. I was like, ugh. It was crazy, but at the same time, my mind was like, and these weird images in my head. I'm like, what the heck? And I was thinking of my friend Valentina, and I was thinking about Chris. I'm like, ugh, stop messing around with me. So that's what happened, and that's what happened almost 4 years ago when I was down in Atlantic City. We left around Thursday because my mother was not feeling well. We were there Tuesday and we were gone by Thursday. Oh, believe me, it was so crazy. But anyway, so that's what happened almost 4 years ago. So I was surprised that, and and I think the one thing I heard is during the act with the clairvoyance, that the one thing that Howie Mandel was hoping there would be these hot, spicy chocolate jelly beans. Yeah, I hope Jelly Belly hears about that and makes them for Howie. So anyway, so it was kind of crazy of how all went down on America's Got Talent. Now, after that, I was on YouTube, and I can't believe this happened. I came across this video as I was searching around, and it was really kind of crazy. And I just, like, saw this 3 times before I went to bed, and I just like watched it again today, and for like the 4th time, and I'm like, and it's called Five Nights at Freddy's the musical. I will definitely link that whole entire the whole entire thing down on in the description. I was like, what the I'm like, oh my god. And even though this is actually based on a video game called Five Nights at Freddy's, but instead of having like there was like one security guard, there's like at least 2, and it's actually because they're actually YouTubers. One of them is called this YouTuber known as Nate Wants to Battle, and definitely he can sing. He comes in like in night 3. I'm just revealing a little spoils, but yeah, and Nate, I check out Nate's YouTube channel, and he does like a lot of singing stuff, and he has like around 900,000 YouTube subscribers, and I mean, you guys should check him out. And then of course there is somebody in the beginning, and it actually turns out to be, because I'm really surprised, it's actually one of the popular YouTube bloggers, Markiplier, who has well over 13 million subscribers. Actually, he's entering 14 million YouTube subscribers. So, yeah, and he actually, as I found out on his YouTube channel, because I said to describe him because he was on one of PewDiePie's videos. Usually, Markiplier would be playing video games. I also found out he did some sketches and stuff, but him singing, wow, I'm just amazed. So the whole entire whole entire musical, and it's like 32 minutes. It's like 32 minutes in this video. It's on the Random Encounters YouTube channel. Because they have like about, let's say, over 400. They have over 400,000 subscribers. So I'll link the musical of and I'll link Nate and Random Encounters YouTube channels, because they need more subscribers. But yeah, it's crazy. Although the real more crazier than that is, you have to wait until you see the whole entire thing. Like I watched it like 3 last night before I went to bed, but before I also had to go to bed and go to sleep. I have to confess this out. Sometimes when I go to bed, I decide to watch YouTube videos, and it's not anybody's. It's the video list I created. Actually, I created a lot of video lists. The one I really go to is the my video list that I created of many other videos and posted on YouTube, and the one I'm referring to is it's Chris Heroes. It's the video list I made of him, of mostly his promos and stuff from promotions, and mostly Ring of Honor, Chikara. Yeah, so they're actually there. I have like total of 127. I need to have a lot more, and because even though they're unlisted, I have to make it like public to everybody to see. But I only have 127, and I may need to have like at least 200. But I don't know. I wish I could find anything from. I think I heard about this from a podcast. I think it was Nigel McInnes's podcast. That they were both in. I guess this is Heartland Wrestling Association. I did not know both of them did that. Although I wonder who the hell they ran into or something, or who they know. Because only I think Nigel knows. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, that's my little daily routine. I'm kind of embarrassed saying that. What else to talk about? Oh yeah, the Florida plans. We're still debating upon that after I got into more trouble. Well, especially what happened last night. I got so mad. And it's actually because what happened was last night during America's Got Talent, and I was laughing my butt off, and it was actually Simon Cowell who was doing like a southern accent, and I'm like, wow, I never imagined Simon Cowell do a southern accent. And then I got scolded by my mother, thinking I was making fun of an act. I was not making fun of an act. I was laughing at Simon Cowell. I mean, he was doing a southern accent, and you laugh at me. I'm like, really? I'm fearing that her hair must have gone, because she's getting old, and I'm starting to worry. Really. So, yeah, so I'm still getting yelled at because every time we're watching TV, I get scolded at because I say something stupid. My mother said, I hope you're not going to do that while we're down in Florida, especially cursing in front of your grandmother, because or she'll have a heart attack. I'm like, yeah, if I do that, she'll die, and I'll just kill myself if I do that. I don't really mean that. I know I'm not supposed to be thinking about suicidal thoughts. I know that's a no-no, but I mean, my mother was just pushing me to the bitter edge because of what we're doing. I'm like, I know I have to behave well, and I know everything has to be what it is. And then I talked to her because of the Zika virus, and mother says, there's no way that's gonna happen because no mosquito has come near you. I mean, blah, 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 blah. Like, yes, okay. And, I mean, I was starting to worry, but I'm not gonna be worried. Even though my mother tried and said a little joke, and I said, yeah, I get the idea. You're not, because you're too old. But I was just starting to worry, and, but she says it won't be bad, and the place we're going to be in has a pool that has windows, so it would be like an indoor pool, but we'll be fine. I still have not talked to her about anybody in the family besides my grandmother, who's really sick, and she's like dying, and my mother's just driving me nuts. And I don't know, if I start to break down, if I say anything on Twitter, just please know that I don't mean it, or I do mean it, but I'm just, what I'm just trying to say is, I mean, really, it's been like 4 years since my grandfather had just like passed away, and and it was around September, and I was sleeping downstairs because I was still having problems sleeping upstairs, and my aunt called around 5 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, oh, Lisa, I was kind of mad at her, and then she said that what happened. I'm like, no, and my mother and I were crying, and I may be in trouble for this, but I mean, some of my friends know what happened, and I was so upset. And my friend Valentina knows that if something goes wrong, she knows that I'm going to be saying something, and she will know if it happens. So I told her I'm praying that nothing goes really bad while we're down there. So anyway, yeah, so that's all I'm just talking about. I'm still concerned about watching wrestling and while we're down there, but who knows? We'll find out. Wow, I recorded 20 minutes. Okay, so one other thing I also want to talk about is my items that I have gotten. So as you know, I had gotten this. This is actually a replacement. It's pink, and I hadn't to place this because what happened was the one that I had that it was red, even though I haven't thrown it out yet. And even though the red part, I think it's downstairs and I hid it somewhere, but the back end, this is the back end, and what happened was, well, this broke off. So because of that, it's useless now. Like, I can't do anything because it's broken. So I'm gonna have to throw this out when I'm going downstairs. So because of that, I had to get a new one, and you can see here, this is what it is. You can see here. You can see here that it goes to keep my iPad. Like that. So yeah, so that was the one reason that's one of my 5 purchases. Is another of my purchases is this thing. It's a small keyboard, though I tried it out last night, and even though I didn't realize the keys were like small, I couldn't hold it. But I'm gonna have to use this when I'm going down there because the keyboard that I purchased, this one, it cannot be folded or anything, even though the letters are big, and I couldn't find another one. And look, the back is innocent. It's somewhere in my bedroom, I believe, but I cannot carry this, so that's why. So I'll have to use that's why I'll have to use this. I have the hairbrush. Now, the only thing that I have that's not with me right now, that is downstairs, is my portable power bank. And I gotta tell you something. Yesterday and last night, I tried to charge it, but I'm not sure if it was supposed to be charged 2 to 3 hours, but it was not working. So right now, I have it downstairs charging, and I'll check and see if the light disappeared yet. I'm not sure why. It's probably because of the wire that I have gotten, and is not really charging well, or the power source that I'm having it charged is not working. But I'll give it through maybe a day before I decide to go and complain to them saying it was not coming on. I charge it for like more than like 2 to 3 hours and stuff. So I will have to try to get a refund, but they'll try to persuade me they'll try to send me a replacement, but I don't want a replacement because I'll complain and file for a refund. So, but I'm missing one more thing, which is the wire supposed to be from my Samsung Galaxy S6. I'm not sure if I got it right. So I'm waiting for that, and I guess they won't arrive until tomorrow. but for the power bank, I'm hoping the wire will hoping the power bank will charge both of my devices, and my brother's device and my mother's device. But here's the thing, the wire that came with it only could charge, that is only shaped for my phone and probably my mother's, but not for the iPad or the iPhone that my brother has. It's because it's not shaped like it. So I'm kind of mad about that. But I mean, we can use the wires that we have to use it. So anyway, so I'll give another update as soon as I can. So yeah, so that's about it. So I'll have the video description and videos in the description stuff, and hopefully I hope you guys enjoyed my video. Thank you for watching, and always I will see you guys in the next video. Bye. Peace.